See, listen to me, y'all. There are certain things that you can take to the grave with you, can be a secret, right? Where you're not going to be judged spiritually because of this. It can be something that you walked into and you had no control over, right? You were a victim or whatever the case, somebody was being deceitful. You didn't understand what was really taking place. And this may be something that God is not truly going to be judging you for, right? It's not going to have an effect on whether or not you're going to receive your good karma or not, right? All it will do is have an effect on your mind. And it's up to you to beat through that shame, right? People want you to feel shameful for things that you have gone through, your experiences in life. But sometimes we are truly innocent. And this will not be accounted for when it comes to, are you going to be getting blessings or where you're going to end up in eternity, right? Because we're living on life right now on earth to determine where are we going to spend eternal life. So when Jesus came back, presented himself back, and remember, Mary was the first person that he went to. And then when she went to tell people, they didn't even believe her. He had to go show himself to the men or whatever, because they didn't believe her when she said Jesus rose again. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, remember Mary, her situation, people wanted her to always live in that shame, always to feel bad, to feel like she could not be healed, to feel like she wouldn't be blessed, to feel like she can't enter the gates of heaven, right? And maybe go where Jesus is at. So the trick is to get you so stuck in your mind that you cannot beat yourself through that shame and regret that you even went through that or you even did that and stuff like that. So things from like people from your past that would try to provoke you, these spirits, they will replay it in your mind or do certain things to try to tick you off so you can feel shameful or bad. So you cannot move on with your life because abundance is waiting for you, because God is not classifying you out of the book of life. You get what I'm saying? There's some things that will be excused because you're just a child, or God deems you as innocent, or God sees you as a victim. All right, so we understand that part. But then there are certain things where, no, you're going to have to, explain yourself for that. So like, say if you are the aggressor in a situation, you are turning people into victims. You are hurting people, right? You are assaulting people. Then God is going to ask you some questions. The people that are victims, they may have to just fight through their own regrets, their own fear, their own shame, right? But it's not like a whether or not God is going to forgive these people, because a lot of these people were innocent. You get what I'm saying? But they may have to speak up about their truth, to expose the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that it's out in the world how they played a part in it. Sometimes that is necessary, but sometimes it's really not. Sometimes God will do things in a way where things will be exposed and you'll be covered, and you might not even have to say anything to try to defend yourself. People would just put two and two together, or something else is exposed over there that will actually expose something that happened with you, and it will give people will be able to see that like you were a victim in a situation, or you were innocent in the situation. So there are some people who have done things. You know, you're not going to be just robbing, stealing, and thieving out here and thinking that, you're just going to be innocent. No, I don't know about that one. Even if you feel like you are innocent, maybe you were a victim in a situation. Trust me, God will know and you will know. It will be in your heart. And it may be something that you got to fight through, because maybe you have a lot of family that's against you. Like maybe you had a dad or a mother that used to sexually assault you, sexually abuse you. And you finally got the courage to beat this motherfucker's ass. And bitch, when you went to beat them, you beat them. Bitch, they won't no more of them. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You got them up out of here. Now, this may be a case where God is like, you know what? This was supposed to happen. I wanted you to build courage up and get rid of this motherfucker. But moving on, you might have to deal with that guilt, and that shame or regret because other people around you, maybe you got siblings that's attacking you because you handled something or you did something. Or maybe you didn't even go to the extreme of that, right? Maybe you didn't even put your hands and stuff, because that could be a tricky situation where you could still be judged for it, right? Because you killed somebody. So that's a tricky one. But maybe it's somebody's been attacking you, sexually assaulting you, and you speak up about it. You start to share and tell your story. I think the killing part will only be excused if this person went to, if it was like a self-defense. So if they were coming on to you right then and there and it happened. So sometimes, it's very tricky. It's very different because God is going to pay attention to whether you did everything that you could do before you went to that extreme. Even though some people are meant to just go out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not even, that's just in there. That was just written in the stars for them. You get what I'm saying? So it's really a case by case how God sees your heart, But sometimes God is going to be looking like maybe you could have just beat this person's ass. You ain't had to go run and grab that gun. You let anger take over you. Maybe you didn't have to, once they was already unconscious, bitch, maybe you should have just stopped. You ain't had to keep beating them down to the ground. God might look at stuff like that like, all right, you did way too much. But it's case by case because you never know. Sometimes God might be like, that was already their karma. It was written for them to die. They was going to be killed by their child or their niece or their nephew, like whoever it is, right? But my point is, you may have people that know this person, but they don't know him in the way that you know him, right? Maybe they never was abused by this person. So they looking at you weird and shit because you speaking your motherfucking truth. And although you're not being judged, God is not disqualifying you of the book of life, which means you're going to be able to explore life and get to know what you really like about yourself, become passionate with new things and stuff like that, inspiring people, becoming a light in this dark world. They don't want you to be like that when you defend yourself, when you speak up about something, when you put somebody else in their place, or when you expose the truth. People want you to live with that shame and that regret and being fearful to keep moving on with your life. That's a yucky spirit that will enter inside of you. And you have to beat through that depression. You have to beat through all of those feelings because it's going to be coming from damn near your siblings might be feeling like this, cousins feeling like this. You got siblings of the person. Like if this is a mom, you got your aunts and uncles feeling some type of way. If this is an aunt or uncle, you got their siblings feeling. It's just like so much. And let a grandparent be involved. It's just so much, And then maybe you got friends or childhood friends or neighbors that know the person, people from your church that may know the person, people from your camp who may know the person. And now they looking at you sideways because you spoke up and told the truth. Maybe you ain't even hurt or attacked this person, but bitch, you went to the police or you told somebody about it that can actually do something about it. Because maybe you was tired of telling them because they wasn't doing shit about it. So you actually went to the authorities and now they mad at you because you went to the authorities. And now the world is about to see the truth. Now the world is about to see that this little happy family that they was trying to give off, it was never that. It was a lot of bullshit going on inside of these families. But it's a lot of people that's trying to withhold their image. That's not even a good image to begin with. Like, bitch, you don't even look good to begin with. The reputation is not even good to begin with. I just be like, who think it is? Like, what committee is that? Because keep me out of that fucking committee. Because people be trying to act like they this upstanding citizen. And I'm just like, weird. People with eyes can definitely see clearly through the bullshit. But because they got this little image and they want to keep their, title, name and act like they just some goody two-shoes and they got their shit together, they got their priorities to check, bitch, they just go to church, go home, go to work, take care of their kids and family. Whole time they abusive and all this other shit. Whole time they the ones that's like, oh, keep it between you. Oh, don't speak about it on social media. Oh, don't tell the neighbor down the block because we don't need the neighbor to know that, my husband is actually a pervert and he be coming to try to sleep with you every night. Keep that to yourself. That's just our family secret. You, bitch, you're part of the problem. You are the problem. Not part of it, bitch. You are the problem. So you're going to be dealing with these type of people that's mad that you're exposing truths. Motherfuckers been stealing from you. and you finding out about it and you exposing the truth. Now everybody else that isn't related or know these people is mad at you because you telling the motherfucking truth. Bitch, truth is God. God is truth. You mad at God? If you're mad at God, then what God are we truly serving here? Because God is the truth, which means that God could be pushing this person to speak the truth. It's always going to be that one that's going to speak the truth. And it's going to be hard because you're going to have people coming at you sideways about your truth because maybe they did not go through what you went through. Maybe they didn't know that that person had that other side to them. Maybe they didn't know that that's what's going on in the house. Bitch, they starving you. Bitch, they locking you in a room. They taking away your phone and everything. You can't even contact nobody. They're making you dress a certain way. Or they looking at you weird. They coming into your bedroom, saying little shit to you, making you come into their bedroom. Whatever the fucking case may be, they hitting you, abusive, locking you and stuff. The moment that you decide to speak up and follow God, following the light because you're releasing that pain, you're releasing holding on, trying to protect somebody that is not a good person. What the fuck we protecting them for? And while you're having courage to speak up and follow the light, which is following God, right? Because God is the truth within you. You're going to have all these people who are going to be looking at you like you're fucking crazy and like you're trying to start shit because you're bringing some type of truth. It's like motherfuckers just want to be walking around on earth acting like they don't got no family secrets or nothing is going on. Like they just so damn perfect. And I'm just still trying to figure out what the fuck is a perfect. Like what committee creates this perfect word and what you're supposed to look like going to church, doing this. Like since when? Since when was that classified as perfect? Because you're not showing no boobs. You're not showing how beautiful your body is. And like that. Bitch, that's perfect to you. Like I'm trying to figure out who created this. Like, I know we got the beauty standards and stuff that people try to live up to. Again, who created that? And now I'm like, who created this? Where these black families, because I'm black, so I'm talking about the black community, who's trying to walk around and act like they got this perfect little life and shit when y'all, bitch, mad shit going on in that damn house. But everybody want to keep it a secret. But if it's something that is going to be judged, it's not going to stay a secret. If this is something that God is calling judgment on, it's not going to be staying a secret. If it's something that is excusable because God see you as a victim or you was innocent or whatever, and you just need to walk through that shame, heal through that regret, heal through that, boom. But if it's something that is serious, that needs to be exposed and talked about, God will get to that specific thing that needs to be exposed and talked about. And when people is upset because they're in judgment because they did particular things that is not excusable, and now they're really being judged and they're really being exposed and things is coming to the scene, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers getting hurt. Motherfuckers going through shit that is publicly out here, public humiliation. They would try to bring up shit about you that you done moved on from, shit that you done healed from, shit that you might have been shameful from, shit that you was fearful of in the past. Because they being exposed and motherfuckers see what's going on, they may try to bring your ass along and bring up old shit because they mad that because you're walking your light path, right? Your lightful path, this is why this is happening. Ooh, excuse me. See, the moment that chose, oh Lord, these burps is coming out. The moment that chosen one from that lineage decides to walk their honest path and accept their regrets, accept the fear and everything that is in their hearts, and move on from all of that pain and shame and realize that they were actually victims in a situation, or they were innocent, or they were attacked first, or they were manipulated, or they were left out, or they were starved, they were neglected. This is why they act this way, because they didn't have no fucking support. The moment you get over that guilt and realize that, bitch, motherfuckers I'm the fucking victim here. And then you realize this, you analyze all of this, you see how everybody played a part, whoever is significant in the situation, and you decide to move on from that, and you're telling God, listen, God, I don't like my past. I'm ashamed of my past. Lord, please forgive me for my past. I repent for all my sins, Lord. Please clear me. The moment you do that and start walking on that path of reclaiming yourself, and creating this new identity when you are actually aware of who you truly are now, right? Not the identity that people give you. I saw somebody say, they were saying in the comments how, oh, this person done changed their whole identity. And I'm like, bitch, you're supposed to. They was talking shit about somebody, a celebrity on Instagram. And they was like, oh, this girl done changed her whole identity. Duh. They was talking about Clarissa Shield. She was a boxer. Duh, bitch, she a fucking boxer. She's a grown woman now. She's is she undefeated? Of course her identity has changed. She's walking in her authority. She's walking in her confidence. She's walking in the identity that she's creating for herself right now. Y'all so busy being stuck in identities that your mama and daddy gave you. You're not actually exploring life. You're not becoming your true person. You're not doing what you truly want to do because you still stuck under these identities they giving you. You still stuck under the fact that your family go to this church, so that's your identity. You go to this school, or you from this neighborhood, you from this community, that's your identity. Y'all too scared to break free and explore who the fuck you truly is. You got motherfuckers hiding their sexuality, hiding what they like, hiding what they dislike, because they want to withheld that motherfucking identity that these family members done gave them. Since they was little kids, since they was a child, since they was even able to really decide for their own self. Bitch, we all should go through an upgrade when you're grown and you're able to take care of yourself and create a new you. The hell? We should all be chasing that new identity where this is our higher self walking through. Because the old me, I wasn't walking in my highest self. I probably wasn't as crazy as everybody, but I still wasn't Miss Perfect. But now that I'm creating a new me and walking in that, and I have gave my cares, my worries, my fear, my doubt, my shame, my embarrassment, all of that bullshit to God, to transmute it into good things, positivity, faith, hope, progression, not sitting in that depression because of who I was and stuff like that, how I didn't really love myself, I didn't know myself, insecure about myself. Of course, when I'm walking in this new identity, people are gonna be like, oh, she done changed. Oh, she actually got a whole new identity now. Bitch, you're supposed to, you dumb fuck. When you're born again, you're not supposed to be the same goddamn person. Bitch, you ain't do it right. Go try again. That's why motherfuckers, they talking about, oh, I'm going to church, I'm a changed person, but they still evil as fucking and hurt. Bitch, you ain't doing it right. Go try again. What are we talking about here? You should be changed so much that you are a new identity. You should be walking in confidence like a motherfucker ain't finna play with me. Bitch, I ain't speak up back then. I was afraid back then, but you ain't finna do that shit now. You should be walking in that authority. You should be confident. Motherfuckers is mad because the old you was so humble to the fact where people could manipulate you and do shit to you and steal from you. And they're mad because you snatched your destiny from them. If you never said, oh, I need to create a new identity in me. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of just pleasing these people. Who the fuck are these people? Why do I got to please them? Why do I got to please my family? What the fuck is it? I didn't choose them. They was just born attached to me. Think about that. And they be the most judgmental and mean. And I got to please them because they was born attached to me. I didn't choose you. You were literally attached to me. And these be the main ones that want you to feel guilty or bad because you're moving and walking along and leaving those neighborhoods, leaving those thoughts, those bad thoughts, those old bad habits. You're changing and becoming new. And they online talking about, oh, this person is a new identity now. Bitch, you're supposed to. You want better, you're going to do better. You want to attract better, you're going to become better. Like, what the fuck is we talking about? This how I know, motherfuckers, you're not dear. I do not with the slow people. I do not get the fuck out of my face. Like, I'm just scrolling. This is why I take social media with a grain of fucking salt. This is why I am not active like on Facebook. I'm not active on Instagram. Like, God been called me away from that superficial bullshit. And people think, oh, well, it's social media, so just you gotta expect it. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Come on my post acting crazy. I'ma meet you there. And we gonna see who fucking crazier. Please. Because the difference is I'm crazy smart, you crazy dumb. Come on now. That's like good and bad. Good always outweigh the bad. So let's go. Let's do it. So like Instagram and Facebook, they do too fucking much. And then when you go to defend yourself in the comments or whatever, people are like, oh, why do you care? You shouldn't care. Bitch, shut the fuck up. It's about me. I care about me, ho. What are you talking about? Why do you care? Bitch, you should care about yourself. You should. If somebody's talking too slick and it's in your fucking thoughts, bitch, you should say something to that motherfucker. What y'all think because we of God, we pussies? No, we was of the devil and we was pussies. That you see the difference. When you're of God, you got boundaries, you got standards, you don't play that shit. You're going to make sure that people respect you. You demand that shit. What are we talking about? People is so full of the devil where they always trying to please other people, humbling themselves to please other people, never want to pop they shit because they worried about other people. But you should feel like the baddest bitch alive. You should feel like the GOAT at whatever you do. You should feel like you the handsome most nigga in the world, bitch. And if you around people that don't want you to feel like that, get the fuck around those people. They gonna keep you in the past. They gonna keep you attached to that old identity. When you was trying to figure out yourself, bitch, your beard was just growing out. You was trying to figure out how handsome you was. You wasn't really feeling yourself. And you wondering why you still ain't feeling yourself. You got a full grown beard looking sexy now. And you still got insecurities from fucking 10th grade. Grown ass men still got insecurities from the 8th grade. Because you still probably around them same fucking people. How many of y'all want to bet? How many of you want to bet a lot of people is dealing with these insecurities, being overly humble, not really elevating, not going after their dreams and passions? Why? Because you're around the same motherfucking people from your neighborhood, from your family, from your church. I couldn't put that on my life. A lot of people that's dealing with insecurities right now, bitch, tell me how long you've been around them friends. Tell me how long you've been around that cousin of yours. Tell me how long you know these people. People be attached to people that ain't never elevating nowhere. And maybe you just met that person, but I best to believe they around people that they've been around all their fucking life. When you getting into a new identity, you should be sick of the old one. You shouldn't even want to deal with the old one. What are you talking about, though? Then you start to realize that the old one was keeping you small. The old one was keeping you stuck. Bitch, you be trying to get away from them as much as possible. They like fucking gnats or mosquitoes trying to get your blood just because they are blood. For a lot of you, it's your own fucking blood. You never broke free from that shit. And you ain't got to go run off to another country. You ain't got to run off to another state, another city. You ain't got to do none of that. You just need your mind to fucking run off. I don't care where you are physically, but you could be in the same room with a motherfucker. But physically, you need to have that boundary set where you're like, this is me and that's you. I'm not on that no more. Motherfuckers be on the same shit. So, of course, it looks like you changing. Because they not. They on the same shit. You over here turning into a fucking butterfly. And they still on phase 1. Of course you changing. So, remember, there's people where some shit is just not excusable. You're going to be judged for that. Maybe because you did it for too fucking long. Maybe because your heart is still not pure and you still don't learn your fucking lesson. You still evil. You still got hate in your hearts, jealousy in your hearts. And you keep doing shit constantly. And you thinking that it's finna be excusable because you don't really believe in Judgment Day. You don't really believe in magic. You don't believe in luck. You don't believe in a higher power. You don't believe that we're being controlled in ways that we may not even realize. Not realizing that God can work through other people. And we have to deal with people every fucking day. So God can do things to intercept, to interrupt, to bless, to add on, to take away anytime that he wants. There could be two people walking down the road. God can have it where one person is being antagonized by somebody. They keep getting hollered at every 2 seconds because them spirits just got them, bitch. They just being annoyed the whole fucking walk. And then you walking peacefully. Nobody bothering you. Nobody saying anything to you. Just like we got two people going to the same destination, but somebody stuck in traffic and they left earlier than the other person. Stuck in traffic, done got in an accident, this done happened, this, and this other person, they got to work smooth on the same highway and everything. Why? Because God works through so many different people. He could do certain things for certain people's lives. And we just walking around acting all clueless, like things are not happening because of things that we probably already did or thoughts that we're thinking. So yes, you will be accounted for things, especially if it's OD big things. You killing people, you doing hit and runs, you not being responsible, you stealing, you the fucking you a predator, you a rapist, you a fucking whatever. And you walking around thinking that you're never going to be accounted for that. No, God is going to build somebody up to probably expose the truth on what it is that you are doing. And you're going to have to deal with the repercussions. And unfortunately, some people never heal through the regret, the pain, the shame, maybe how they treated people, how they did people in the past, what happened to them, what they was going through. Some people never actually heal through that. And they just be in their mind about it. They begin losing their mind. And they could never walk past it. They could never move forward. They choose drown in their thoughts and what they did and how they could have did it better and how they could have treated this person better. And maybe they shouldn't have did that, or what happened to them when they was 5, or what happened to them when they was 10, what they did when they was 11. It's like, it's all in their fucking mind. They never can actually move forward from it. Because some people, they really did some bullshit. And then some people, their mind is just too weak for them to actually move forward. You got to move forward from that regret, pain, and shame. But as you're moving forward with anybody, even if you did something really bad, and even if you did something small or it was done to you, you still got to move through that regret and shame and come out like, God, please get this regret off me. I know what happened, blah, 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 blah. And God is going to be aware of what you're saying, what's going on. But then he's going to look back at some things. And it's going to feel like a court. Where he's going to be like, okay, I understand why you went through what you went through. And I understand how you were a victim. But why did you begin to victimize other people? Because you were a victim. Why did you begin to hurt people? Why did you begin to steal from people? Because somebody stole from you. Now you became a thief. You know, God is going to look at you like, we don't do evil for evil, but you went evil for evil. So, unfortunately, my son, you are going to have to deal with a consequence of this. So, something may be exposed, right? You may be caught by the justice system of what you did. You stole from somebody, boom, somebody might come and kill you because they found out you the one that robbed them. Like, it be like that. Like, God is going to talk about everything that is done. He's going to bring it. He's going to put it in your mind. It's going to be in your subconscious. And you're going to have to go through each one. And if you got to pay back some shit for what you did there, it's going to get paid back. Like, we cannot outrun the world. Like, we're literally here. You cannot, like, you could try to hide all you want, but spiritually, you can never hide mentally. Like, God controls our mental. So you can go to a pretty island and can never even enjoy the fucking island because mentally you're going crazy because of how guilty you feel about something that you did. Something you haven't moved on from. Something that you haven't confessed about. Right? Some truth that hasn't been exposed. So it's like you can't really run. You can't hide from God. You can't. It's on your conscience. So you can be in a happy marriage to the world where it looks like you're so happy and you're stable, you rich, whatever the case may be. You ain't gotta work. You just bliss. But then mentally you fucked up in your mind because you ain't actually get there mentally. If you're not rich mentally but you rich physically, it's an imbalance. That means spiritually and mentally you still got some things you trying to get to, because if you should be rich spiritually and mentally before you're actually physically rich. It's no way that if you're rich in the physical but you're spiritually not rich, it's going to last. I promise you. It's going to be taken away from you some way, somehow. And I stamp that. As above, so below. So when you get your mind in order, when you get over that shame and that regret, when you get over that fear, chasing after your dreams, chasing after the money, right? Learning how to attract money, learning to work harder, not settle for bullshit, mediocre. If you want to make more money, you going to go to the highest. You trying to elevate whatever job you doing, When you start to think like that, you're going to start seeing your subconscious. And even if you're a dreamer, maybe you're not, so everybody ain't, but you will see like, I'll probably be able to see your ass, where you're more in a rich, stable mindset. So it's going to happen in the physical because you're already there mentally. But see, people be trapped mentally and they be just trying to get these material things and it's not going to do anything. Like they thinking that it's suppressing their emotions or, hiding how they truly feel mentally, but eventually it's going to go. You're going to lose it all because that's not what you have in your mental. You feel guilty about what you have physically or materialistically because maybe you stole it. Maybe you didn't get it in an honest way. Maybe you had to sell your soul for it, meaning like you're doing a job that you really hate, that go against your morals and integrity. You're working for a boss that you really don't like, that really don't care about the people. You're doing things that is against your values, your morals, and your beliefs. You don't even agree with it, but you're doing it because of a check. You're not mentally at peace and you're going to lose it some way, somehow. That motherfucker going to take it back from you. You're going to spend it all on material gains. Or you're just never going to be satisfied. You're going to be going on trips. You can buy all the Birkins you want and you're still not happy because mentally you're not happy. Mentally you're not rich. So it just feels like it's borrowed or it just feels like it's stolen. It's like stealing money as opposed to actually working hard to get the money. Your mind is going to be at peace knowing that you put the work in to get this money, as opposed to if you stole that shit, bitch, your mind is probably going to be a little on edge because you're like, I hope I don't get caught. I don't want to get locked up. I don't want to get killed, bitch, if you stole from somebody, on a personal level. So if you thinking that the material gains and the physical is all that matters, that's why God said you cannot take it with you spiritually. You cannot take it with you because it's all about the mind. It's not about that shit. Honestly, in all the dreams that I be seeing, it's never about material things. Like God is not showing me a Ferrari. God doesn't even show me the type of car it is. Sometimes it be given like I know it's a car because it has wheels, but it may not even have a whole body on the car. It feels like a wagon or a carriage. That shit don't fucking matter. Some of these things don't never matter. God will talk about a house, but I'm never really seeing like the outside of the house and how big the house is. Like God will say things in the house where he's like, this is your house. This is yours. I had dreams where I was remodeling a kitchen, doing it over, but it was just like, I was excited because I knew that I was remodeling my kitchen, but God is not really big on showing actual materials. He cannot show me like labels for certain things because that's not even important spiritually. What's important is that you're running your own house, okay? If you're in a car, what's important is that you're driving your own car and you're not letting other people take control of your car, okay? Don't let that go over your head. That's what's important. What's important is that, that's your house because that belongs to you and nobody should be in your house because that ain't the bitch is yours. reclaiming what is yours. Yes, but God has never been like this big old mansion with this. Is not about that type shit. It's more about the house within your soul. Who's driving your car in your soul? Who do you have taken over or taken control of your life in the physical? I don't want people to let that shit go over their head. I hope people understood that part. But we really care too much about the labels and materializing certain things, and that's not even, you can't take it with you. It's never going there. It's not in the spirit world. It's not. I see cars happening, like cars driving by. I see little shit like that, but God is never showing off like it's a Lamborghini or it's a Ferrari. We just know that it's a car. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's never a title. That shit doesn't matter. When he said you cannot take it with you, this is what he mean. You cannot take it in your mind. You cannot take it in the spirit. It doesn't matter. Motherfuckers out here, we was in wagons. Bitch, I remember going over a bridge. I had to make it over a bridge. And I thought I was in a car in the beginning. Then I realized that it didn't even have like a roof, a top part of the body on the car. Then I realized the doors was different. Like, that shit, it does not... God doesn't care if you're in a Toyota or a Honda. God just cares that you're in the driver's seat of your own life. God just cares that you're aware of who is in your car, who's trying to stop your car from moving. Don't let this shit go over y'all heads. God is not caring about the title and all that. God is just making sure you got the right people in the car. You feel safe in the car. Even if you're going to mingle with other people, God is trying to make sure that you mingling with the right people who won't just have every and anybody around you. I had dreams about that with me being with specific cousin, how this person just used to always have a lot of people around, and you might even not even feel safe because you don't know who they going to pick up. You don't know who they going to give a ride to. Got you feeling uncomfortable because now they got all these energies around you. So God is more about being careful to who's driving and they having the power or ability to stop whenever they want to take you here, to do this, remember I had that dream I spoke about where we were supposed to be going home. We was 5 minutes from the house, and then this person decided to go and pick somebody up an hour or two away. You got to just make sure that you don't have people taking over the car and just doing things that don't even make sense, getting you out of your way, When you was obvious, I was obviously tired in the dream and everything. So it's someone that was inconsiderate. God is making sure that we're around considerate people that make smart choices. And did he show me what type of car we was driving in that dream? No, it's never about that shit. It's never about that shit. It was just the fact that it was a car and I had a cousin driving that was inconsiderate. We was almost home and this person get distracted to try to help so many fucking people when they forget the task at hand that they need to be paying attention to. And then another dream before that, I remember we was going out, and the next thing you know, it was all these people that was coming in the car that I felt unsafe because I didn't know these motherfuckers that was coming in the car. So God is just worrying about that, making sure that you're around people that make you feel safe. Did God show me the type of car in that dream? No, he did not. I just knew it was a car. And the car could just symbolize that maybe we go a lot of places in the car with this person. This person used to do a lot of things in the car with me. Maybe I used to get this person rides, or this person used to give me rides a lot. Or whenever we went out to like restaurants or bars or clubs, we was in a car driving there. This person would pick up whoever. You never know who was going to be involved. It's like, that's what it really be about. But those that cannot see, you think that it's about this other shit. But when you can actually see in the spirit, and God is taking you different places and letting you explore different places and seeing what's really going on and going back to the past and releasing your past life and realizing what was happening in your past life and why you're here now, what it is that you're supposed to be accomplishing now to change it, right? So it's basically like Cinderella is coming into her. So we already know the Cinderella story, right? We know how it happened. There's so many ones of them, or even Snow White. Let's just say it's or Sleeping Beauty, but let's just say it's a grandmother. No, not a grandmother. We're not even going. She might be a grandmother, but we ain't gonna do. That's not what she is to this princess. We're gonna say this is a mom to this princess. So say Cinderella is being able to see her past life. If she's going to the spirit, right? God is showing her her past life, what was happening, and how her mom or this stepmom came in with the dad, killed the dad, right? So that she can have the assets and everything that was attached to this dad, and basically keep some things from the princess Cinderella. So now Cinderella is coming into this life, living this. She's trying to figure out why is her mom or this aunt, whoever this stepmom, is so mean to her. It's because in the past life, this is what took place. So now it's her job to come in this life to speak the truth about this, expose this mother, but it's still new to her because she's still experiencing life. You get what I'm saying? So it's still a mystery. She's still trying to figure things out, but eventually she's going to figure it out in the end, when everything is aligned, when she become more confident in herself, when she's able to speak up, because Cinderella was not able to speak up against her stepmom or her mom for the longest, and who knows the fuck why. But it be those spirits that be attached to you, that spirit of fear, that spirit of guilt and shame, feeling like, oh, well, this my mama, oh, well, this my auntie, this my stepmom, I shouldn't treat them like that, oh, maybe they did help, they came in and helped me, and then the whole time is manipulation and stuff like that. So eventually Cinderella had to become confident in herself to speak up against this mother. Maybe she needed to see something else. She needed to witness something else with her own eyes to really know that this mother was actually a op, or really out to get her, or really stole from her, or really was sneaky trying to stop her love life. Because I think that's really what it was. Cinderella, right? I began, yes, it was the glass slipper. The mom was getting in the way of her love life. Because when you get with the right lover, that can put you in alignment for everything else. So it took Cinderella finally realizing that this mom was actually interfering with their love life for her to start to speak up and reclaim her power back. And then the mom or the stepmom Cinderella started to become afraid, because now she's being exposed for who she truly was, because she's been trying to uphold this image, trying to be looked at as this perfect person, right? Whatever that is. But now it's being exposed that you was jealous of your fucking daughter the whole time, or you initiated some type of death to happen because you wanted to take this. You wanted to steal something, right? Cinderella, Cinderella's dad was very wealthy. And his mom wanted to be wealthy. She didn't even give a fuck about the dad. She just knew that it was a wealthy family, a wealthy life. And she wanted wealth. She was controlled by greed. Which is crazy because, like I said, if you could gain all the materials you want, all the earthly possessions that you want, but... Sorry, I'm putting lip balm on. All right, don't y'all lips probably ashy over there listening to me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you can have all the material. That's how you know Cinderella's mom wasn't really happy, because she still was bitter. She still was isolating Cinderella. She still was interfering with the love life, even when the dad died and she was over the kingdom or whatever the fuck, the castle, whatever, right? The mom was still a bitch. That's how you know that the money and material was not it. That's not what was going to satisfy this person. This person was never fucking satisfied. Never fucking satisfied. Because you got all the riches. You got the money. You got everything. But you still a bitch. You still mean. You still singling this person out. You still making this person do everything, right? Cinderella was doing all the other shit while the three stepsisters was just living a marvelous life, and they was the ugliest ones. But Cinderella had to do the most work. Cinderella couldn't attend the balls. They didn't want her to be seen as this beautiful Cinderella princess that she was. Like, come on now. Her name already was given princess. So that could be significant. Whoever this message is for, you may have a very unique name. I talked about this before. Oh my God. I talked about this maybe a while ago, almost a year ago, when I was talking about Was it Cinderella? It was Cinderella. And I was watching this, I forgot what version it was, because I don't watch so many different versions of them. And I had actually posted a clip on my YouTube of it, and I was talking about how when he first said this girl's name, he was intrigued and he was just in awe of Cinderella's name. And I was saying how there's a divine masculine where your name is going to be so intriguing to this person. They're going to keep saying it. It's going to feel like home. Maybe that's another message to be had, Love is in the air. Somebody's going to hear your name, or when they finally realize what your name is, it's going to be like, oh, like it's going to feel that Cinderella. I think it was like a winter version. So if you're curious about that, it was like a winter version of the Cinderella that I watched. Very good. It was on YouTube, actually. So I think it was on YouTube. So it may be free. But I just don't remember what the actual name of it is. But I'm sure if you put Cinderella on YouTube, you'll see it. But he was very impressed with her name because, remember, she never told him her name the whole time. So when he finally heard her name, and it wasn't from her, it was from other people, that's when it clicked. So someone, you're masculine or whatever, or you're feminine, whoever this is that you're going to be getting in a relationship with, maybe if you have like a Cinderella type of story, they're going to love your name. Maybe they've been calling you something else, or like referencing you as something else. Like, remember the prince, he was like, oh, she has blonde hair, she has this, like he's trying to describe her, but he don't really know her name. And then they're going to really discover your name, like, oh, I was calling her this, so that could be significant for somebody. Oh, that's hilarious. Like, they may know you for like a social media name, or a fake name, or somebody like a nickname that people call you, but they may not actually know your true name. And then when they hear your true name, they're going to be like, oh, that's a nice name, or it's just going to ring a bell. But yeah, so back to the message, even though that is the message, everything is included in this damn thing. It's always a reason why we talk about certain things, So this feminine energy, though, that was big. This Cinderella, her biggest op energy, that's really significant. Like, that's a good example of what I was saying. So Cinderella, right? She kind of told a lie, right? Maybe she didn't tell the prince all of the truth, because remember, he had got mad at her for something. I can't really remember. It was kind of petty because it was a lie that Cinderella's stepmom had made up. Remember, he was trying to figure out whose shoe it was, and she didn't really be honest about it, and he felt some type of way about that, whatever, like a smaller lie. Like, that's my example of, like, this is something that Cinderella was feeling guilty and shameful about, right? And within her own spirit, but all she needed to do was move on from that shame. But her stepmom wanted her to feel so guilty and bad about that. And like, it was something that she had over her head, like, oh, well, I know this secret. Oh, well, you over here lying. You didn't tell him that you were the true Cinderella. You can fit the shoe. Oh, you didn't do this. So when he finally found out, he feel like she was playing with him. She could have been said that it was her, something like that. So she needed to heal from that little guilt. But what the stepmother did is way worse. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that she could just hail from and be excused. No, she stole money and stuff, like businesses and stuff, from Cinderella. She orchestrated the death of Cinderella's dad. It's either she did it, because they got so many versions where they had one where she turned into like this beast or another person. So maybe they could have, poisoned this dad or something like that, or sent somebody else to do the killing. Kind of like with Cinderella, like, she orchestrated that death because she wanted that damn money. She wanted the estate. She wanted the inheritance. She wanted everything. She wanted to be the beneficiary. And she was upset because Cinderella's name was involved with a lot of shit. It was not just her. It didn't have nothing really to do with her. She was supposed to be there to tend and take care, whatever, if she was even supposed to do that. But instead, she became greedy, she became jealous, and she started to want what was never even hers. It wasn't given to her. And because it was given to Cinderella, this made her hate Cinderella even more, because she's like, oh, why is it for you? Why was it given to you? Why you? Why not me? People like that get on my freaking nerves, because it's me because God said that it's me. Some things are you because God said that that was for you. You know? And with the spirit that you're acting inside of, or with, that you're working with that energy, I can see why it's not you. You know, so this is somebody, this energy is like a, it's like a Cinderella and her mom situation. And now the mom, she could not get away with it. She was getting away with it for a while, singling Cinderella out, getting in between Cinderella's lover, feeling like the baddest bitch, you know, getting her money, going shopping, taking care of whatever 3 kids she wanted to take care of, like picking and choosing who she wanted to actually be a parent to, who she wanted to be nice to. But when it came to Cinderella, she did not do anything nice with Cinderella, for Cinderella. And then it came to a point where Cinderella finally started to speak up, because she noticed, maybe she needed more confirmation, but she noticed I think the stepmom or whatever, she had said something to the prince. And that's when she was like, oh, why did you lie? Or whatever. And that's when Cinderella finally was able to start to speak her truth and walk in that honesty. And then boom, everything came knocking down. And this mom began to get exposed. And I think she got like locked up. She got all this shit. And everything was left back in Cinderella like it was supposed to be. So no, there's 2 levels to it. You know, there's some people where you just need to walk through that shame and guilt and heal your heart from that. And then there's some people where, no, you done did way too much and you're going to have to be held accountable for that shit. So I don't care how much you're trying to plead the fifth. I don't care how much you're calling on God. I don't care how much you're calling on whoever you want to call on. You did what you did. So it is what it is. And this is people that most of the time they had a chance to change it up or to repent or change up their ways, right? Let's think about Cinderella and her mom. Her mom had a chance to stop being a bitch a long time ago, but no, she kept being a bitch. She kept being mean. She kept locking Cinderella up in that room or whatever, right? If you look at that, y'all gotta watch that version on YouTube. It's like a winter version. I forgot what it's called, but watch it. If y'all watched it, let me know in the comments. She had locked her in a room and everything when she knew that the prince was looking for Cinderella. She locked that bitch in a room. So you done interfered with this girl's love life. You already took the money from her. Like, what else? You was trying to take her soul, her mental. You wanted her to be so depressed. Ooh, damn near killing herself, starving her. Like, what the fuck? You just wanted her to take herself out in that room. And you thinking that you finna be excused? After all that you have put this girl through, just for her just existing, because she wasn't rude. Cinderella was working harder than the other daughters, very hard working. So what are we like? What are we? Cinderella was never a bother. It's like you literally hated this person unprovoked because of what was designed for her. And it's just crazy, you know? So some people, some shit you're not going to be excused by. You're going to have to deal with those consequences. You're going to have to be exposed. People is going to have to know what type of person you truly is. So you could keep hiding in this physical world and trying to show up as this perfect person in this fake image, when we know spiritually and mentally you don't give a fuck. You'll do that shit again and again. You're not sorry. But to this world and these humans, you want to act like you are sorry because you don't want to really get dealt with in a physical way. But come on now. We all know when it's in people's heart, they're just the devil's kids. Motherfuckers sell their soul to the devil by doing all this evil, mean shit just for the devil to ban and leave their ass when they about to be judged. Now they looking around for their protection of being hidden and people not knowing their secret or what they've been doing, because the devil probably told them like, oh, no one will ever know, just do it, this gonna be between me and you, this our little secret, and then boom, it get exposed and the whole fucking world know, and you sitting there looking dumb trying to find out or figure out where the hell the devil at, or where the hell this protection is at that he said that he was going to give to you, but it was never protected. Did we not read the Bible? Like, he gets locked back up. And all of you that went on his side to go against God and his children, you have to deal with the consequences on your own. The devil is not even nowhere to be around when you're being judged. When things are about to be exposed to the light and you're about to deal with physical consequences of something, because it's going to happen in the spiritual, mentally first, right? Judgment is going to be done. They're going to be locked up in the spirit. They're going to get killed in the spirit. Whatever case is going to be, right? It's going to happen up above first. And then it's going to reflect in the physical. So it's just like, it's kind of already done. Only way that it wouldn't be done is if it wasn't done in the spiritual, like kind of what I said with the riches. Like if you're not rich spiritually and mentally, if you're not confident and love yourself spiritually, mentally, in the physical, you can hide and fake it and act like you are all you want. But we know that shit is going to come crumbling. So it's kind of like, oh, if you still getting away with shit in the spiritual or mentally, being deceptive to people, and you still getting away with it until that person recognize the truth, boom. Now you're going to start seeing things mentally change, where now people is going to really start feeling guilt and fearful of the outcome of what's going to happen to them. Like Cinderella's mom was panicking when she realized that people knew what the fuck she was doing. And now all that fear and everything starts to really play in their mind. Yeah. Because it unclicked. It unclicked. So yeah, it's levels to it. Some people be wanting you who are innocent to have to be judged for things that is not even worth judging for, because they done really did some shit that God cannot excuse. And now, they may be grown now, older now, and so now they going to church. Now they talk about, I'm changing my life around, or I'm doing, because they done did some shit that God is not excusing. Beware. I'm telling you, there's people out here, and somebody just came to my head, and I ain't going to say that girl's name because I don't even know her, bitch, but people do shit, set people up, do things to people, steal from people, rob people, kill people, put a hit out on people, all this crazy wild shit, unprovoked, just because they're mad, taking emotions out, letting anger get to them, and then you'll see them trying to change their life all of a sudden, hoping that God will excuse them, but some shit just cannot be excused. I'm not saying that everybody that's changing their life and talking about God, and did some crazy shit, because that's not true. Sometimes they're really just being called to change their life and get a hold of their new identity. Right? Sometimes that's what it is. They're creating a new identity. But you got to be able to separate the real from the fake, and know when there's some fake people that is trying to get close to God now all of a sudden, or get tapped into a religion now all of a sudden, when they was never concerned about it ever in their life before, or they done did a lot of shit before, and they feel like that's going to excuse them from being judged. But it's not. Like, if you can't be doing shit and then thinking that you're going to become close to God, or you become a minister, and now you're a pastor or a bishop, a evangelist, or whatever, prophetess, and your record ain't clean. It's going to be exposed. It's going to be exposed. To be honest, people be rushing or speeding up the process when they try to do these big drastic changes, because then you'll have people that start saying, oh, what are you doing? Oh, now you this. Oh, now you go to this church. Oh, now you talking about God. Like, people are going to start talking about them, and then things are going to start unfolding. And it usually be going like that. It usually go like that. But there's nothing wrong with if you changing your life, getting closer to God or whatever. I ain't saying nothing about religion, but getting closer to God and changing your life, right? For the better. There's nothing wrong with doing that and creating that new identity. What's wrong is trying to change your life after you know you're going to be judged for things that you have done that is not excusable. All right. And I don't want people to be thinking petty because I just thought of something like being gay. Being gay is excusable. That's not going to keep you out of the kingdom of heaven because you like what you like. But if you're someone who is gay and you're manipulating people or hiding it behind the closed doors, you're doing shit to people, you the one that turns somebody else out of against their will, or, and you feel like, well, I was a victim, somebody did it to me. So, yeah, but you can't play evil with evil. See, you're going to be judged for that. But say you're somebody who is a victim and somebody did something to you and you became exposed to that different side, and now you're like, oh, I kind of like it, or this is, I just like men, or maybe you were just born like that, where you just like men as a man, or you like girls as a girl, you just always thought they was cute, thought they was sexy, it was more your vibe. Some people, that's just their identities. God is not going to be saying, oh, you're not going into the kingdom because of that. God is just going to be wondering if you got with the right person. Is that person your helpmeet? Is this person really supportive? Are they helping you grow? That's what we need to be worried about. Is this person creating you to be your best self? Is this person helping you through your anger management? Is this person keeping you accountable? Is this person letting you be confident in yourself? Is pushing you to be confident, showing you off to the world? Does this person really love and support you? Are they helping you when you have ideas? Like, that's what God is caring about. Are y'all able to build and create together? Then it's fine. That's not something where you're going to be classified out of the book of life for. And people is telling you that, then you know what side they on. Because that's just keeping you in a bondage, and that's making you hide from who you truly are, right? That's your story. You're supposed to tell your story, live your truth. But the issue is when you're not really owning up to your truth, and you're too scared to be who you truly are because you're being affected by your family that have you in this identity, or your neighbors or your friends or church or whatever. You're scared to be who you are because of those people that don't even fucking matter. That's when it becomes a problem. Because now you're being sneaky. Now you're still insecure and you a grown ass lady. Or you're a grown ass man. It's like you're not healing through those insecurities because you're still being controlled by people that created that identity of you. And next thing you know, you're being jealous and hateful, and you spewing that out to other people that you see is happy and love and is happy with who they truly are, because you can't actually be who you are because you're still fearful. You're in that trap. So now you're giving off evil eye and doing all this shady shit. And then boom, now you might be judged and encountered for that because you're mad because people are living in their truth and you're too afraid to become who you need to become because you're still attached to these identities that your mama done gave you, sister, brother, aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews, cousins, church, family, camp, neighbors, school. And you're not supposed to give a fuck about that. You're supposed to go and be created into the butterfly that you are. The fuck? Butterflies are all unique. You're supposed to be becoming your unique self. And while you about to go into a cocoon, your ass just stop and give up and go back to a caterpillar, bitch. You just go back to be a fucking caterpillar and say, you know what? I don't even want to transform. It's okay. I'm going to just stay as a caterpillar. Fuck it. It's like, no, you're supposed to be going on to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage. You get what I'm saying? So if you're influenced by other people's thoughts and you're not really living in your truth and who you are, then yeah, that's different. Because a lot of hate and jealousy would come after that. You ever notice that the most hateful, mean people are usually the ones that feel like that are just jealous or insecure about their own self, not being able to be their honest self? Oh, excuse me. Some people who really want to do what you do, but they're too afraid to do it. They feel like they're going to be judged too much and they can't deal with the embarrassment or the harassment, or they can't deal with their family disowning them. You know, they're so dependent. But either way, whatever you like is what you like. But just make sure that if you're going to be in a relationship with someone or marry somebody, make sure that you found that friend that God has created for you. That friend that's motivating you, supporting you, and helping you towards your goals. Because a lot of y'all be in relationships or married to y'all biggest haters. And then you wondering why you feel insecure. You wondering why you're not confident in yourself no more. You wondering why you're gaining weight And now you don't even love how you look. You wondering why you're losing weight, bitch. Stressed you the fuck out. You don't even want to cook. So just because you straight don't mean that you on the straight path, bitch. Because y'all be straight and you a woman with a man and that man ain't treating you right. And you ain't with your helpmeet. That shit don't matter, bitch. Make sure you with the person that is really helping you, really loving you, really supporting you. That is humble to earth. That respects earth. That respects a higher power. That gives thanks to everything. That's who we need to be with. Y'all be getting, you be confident, you get with an insecure motherfucker. Next thing you know, you don't even feel confident no more. They taking all your fucking energy. You love yourself and your body, who you is. Next thing you know, you get attached to somebody that hate their body. They hate how they look. They want to become somebody else or something else. Come on, man. We got to recognize these are red flags and this is not what we want to trauma bond with and get the fuck away. And then it's two miserable people in a relationship spreading on that hate and jealousy when they see other people that is happily in love. Or they're spreading that through, oh, love ain't real. Oh, that shit is fake. Oh, yeah, you gonna deal with cheating and abusive fighting and arguments and toxicity because it's just supposed to happen. No, bitch. When you find somebody that actually like you, they will respect you. You was with somebody that was jealous of you, somebody that wanted to humble you, somebody that wanted your talents, your gifts, somebody that wanted to be you, somebody that wished that they was half as you, they looked half as good as you looked. Because, bitch, if they was you, they would do everything that they not telling you to do. Whoo, don't let that go over your head. Motherfuckers hate you so much that if they were you, they will be doing everything they tell you not to do. You in a relationship with somebody that hate their body, but they love your body. They know that your body is fine, but they telling you to cover up and do this knowing good and well. If they were you, they'll be showing their fucking body off, okay? You could be talented and the motherfucker know how to sing. You can rap, whatever the case may be. They telling you or they not really helping you get to where you need to be, knowing good and well. If they had the voice that you had, bitch, they'll be on American Idol every fucking season trying to get people to hear their voice. But with you, they want to cover up your talent. They don't want the world to know who you truly are and what you really can do. Y'all got to pay attention. It does not matter that you are a woman with a man if that man is a fucking hater and keeping you from actually prospering in life. It does not matter if you're a man with a woman and you feel like, oh, I'm doing it the right way, if that bitch does not motivate you. If you guys are not a team, it does not matter. I see gay couples, two women that work together better than a man and a woman do sometimes. I see two men that are more happily in love, more open with each other, are healing through insecurities. Nobody is insecure in a relationship. They done healed them issues, bitch. They know how to lift their partner up when they're feeling sad. They hold their partners accountable. They talk about being a respectful person, being nice to others, giving back, being charitable. They going out looking fly. They both looking fly. You ain't got one person looking fly, one person looking all sad and mad. They both working out. They taking care of their bodies, taking care of their health. And you think God ain't happy about that? And we got these people that's in these straight relationships who's treating each other like shit. The man looking good, the wife looking sad, or the wife looking good, the man damn near dead. Bitch, that shit, it don't matter because you in a fucking relationship with a man or a woman and you straight. That shit don't fucking matter because you still not with your helpmeet. You're not with your lung. You're not with the person that understands you, that is supportive, that loves you, that cares about you. That shit doesn't matter that you are a man with a woman if you beating on that woman. If you're rude and disrespectful to that woman, that shit doesn't matter. That you're a woman with a man and you think that you're winning in life when you cheating on that man. When you was never loyal to that man. That shit don't matter. Y'all both insecure. You scared to speak up to your partner. You don't feel comfortable speaking up to your partner. Why would you marry them? That's not your best friend. What the hell? You don't feel like you can have an honest conversation with them and you marrying them? Every time you go to talk to this person, they change the subject on you, bitch. Or they say you whining or doing too much and you still around this person, you still dating this person, you decide to marry them, but you feel like, oh, this is right because I'm a woman and he a man. It better be something more than that, bitch. That's not enough. That is not enough to make it to the kingdom of heaven. Y'all be going backwards. The kingdom of heaven is no stress. It's peace. It's understanding. It's a team. You working together with your teammates. You guys are both confident in the bodies that God has created you in. And you learn to love yourself for who you are. What lineage you're a part of. You learn to love yourself. And you find someone that loves you just as much as you love yourself. Or try to, because, that's kind of hard. You should really love yourself. And, but yeah, you want somebody that's obsessed with your body, yourself, your face, just as much as you love yourself. And they can't be a hater about it. They can't be hiding and not telling you how much they love you. That's another thing. You be in a relationship with somebody and they love everything about you, but they withholding it. They not even telling you, never complimenting you, nothing, because they feel like they don't want to gas you up. Bitch, I'm your wife. I am your girlfriend. What the fuck do you mean? You better gas me up, bitch. If you ain't gassing me, who the fuck else you gassing? You got people like that will literally love everything about you, but when they get around you, they want you to feel insecure. Bitch will love you from your head to your toes, but they get around you, they want to act like, oh, hide them toes. Oh, them dogs is talking. Oh, look at that stomach. But in their mind, they're literally obsessed with everything about your fucking body. But they want to keep you small and keep you humble, or whatever these people say nowadays. They feel like, oh, if I tell them, give them too much compliments, and they realize who they really is, and they really a bad bitch, they gonna leave me because motherfuckers insecure. Stop being with these insecure people and then trying to figure out why your relationship is not like these Instagram lovey-dovey vacations and shit. Y'all hate each other. Y'all won't even make it to the airport. Y'all gonna be fighting and bickering. Y'all man don't know how to shut the fuck up and listen to you. Or you don't know how to shut the fuck up and listen to your man. Y'all can't agree on shit. So then you online throwing evil eye when you seeing couples going out and doing this and being happy and they smiling because they know how to work together. Well, bitch, you would know how to work with somebody too if you chose right. Choose people that actually like you. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all with people that you don't even really like. Talking about I love them. How you skipping like? If you don't even like this person as a friend, if you don't like how they treat their friends, how they treat their family, how they treat people, whether they are attached to them by blood or not, if you don't like somebody's mannerisms, how they dress, how they act, how they talk, how they speak, why the fuck you think you gonna love them? You don't even like nothing about them. You hate how they talk. You hate how they eat. Everything. And you skipping, oh, but I love them so. How do we get here? How did we get here? How? It's so important that when you stop realizing, like, motherfuckers be hollering at you, they want to get with you, you got to take that moment or really go on those dates and just see how they is, see how they act, see how they talk. Go do something fun with them at an arcade. Is they even fun? See if they know how to play fucking basketball, bitch. Go bowling, do some fun activities. It's important to vet people properly because you're going to see if you even really like this motherfucker. Is this somebody you can see you really going out and having fun with? Did y'all go to the David Buster's and really act like fucking kids, or this person was just there for the drinks? The hell? We gotta be serious. Did this person take you to the amusement park just to whine and cry all day because they feet is tired because they walking around the amusement park or a zoo, bitch? Or did they come in with the right shoes on because they ready to have fun? They're ready to explore. They're ready to be a big kid with their best friend. Pay attention. You dating people that's always whining and crying, acting like you annoying them. And you ain't did nothing. And now you feeling insecure about who you are because you with the wrong fucking person. Get with a best friend. Not somebody you got to hide your wallet and stuff from. Not somebody you don't even think they would be a good mother or father, even if you don't want kids. The fuck? You need to make sure that you're with somebody that is approachable, outgoing, kind, smart, hardworking. Like, let's get to the basics. Let's get to the fucking basics. What is a motherfucker's character like? Like, if you really don't even like them, you can't even see them as a friend, why the fuck is you talking about you love them and you about to marry them? Y'all don't even have fun together. You got people that's hunching all the time but never showing intimacy. And then you got the people that's showing the intimacy, but then they never really hunching. Because they hunching somebody a bitch. Get to know your person. And don't ever think that you got to stay or be stuck somewhere. You seeing that y'all not really there, you know, you can't actually be around this person is annoying as fuck. Then get the fuck out of here. You don't stay around because he got money. You don't stay around because you hungry, bitch, and you ain't got no money to eat. So you like, I'm going to just keep going on dates with him, but I don't really know. Bitch, keep it fucking moving. We got shit to do. You need to be trying to find your rib. You should be trying to find your backbone, the person that you can really trust, who won't shame you or make you feel bad or make you feel insecure. Somebody that will love your body and tell you, bitch, show that shit off. Show everybody what God done blessed me with. You with the total opposite. And you trying to take steps every day to become a better you, and you laid up with the enemy. Do you think the enemy wants you to really become a better person? No, because then you're done with him. You breaking up with the enemy. So of course he want to keep you around. He want to keep you in that relationship as much as he can. The moment you say, I don't want to date you no more, enemy. You know, your requirements are weak. I got to stay in depression. I got to be insecure. I can't explore life. You don't want me to be happy. You know, I got to just drink my life away, smoke it away, drug it away. I can never even work a job. I got to stay at a corny, shitty job that I hate. You don't want me to follow my dreams. And you know what? I'm going to break up with you because I just, you know, I want something better. The enemy don't want you to break up with them. But you got to do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. All right. This was a long message. But yeah, I had to get it out. It was just so much to talk about. And I hope nothing goes over anybody's head. And I pray that this message reaches who it needs to be reached to. Alrighty, I'm going to end it just like this. I love you all. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.